Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome the world's greatest fans to the taping of Behind the Plastic. Tonight is a very special episode. Please give it up for Simon Toad.
Hey. That was really, really good.
That
Yeah.
was very good.
I felt like I was at an amphitheater or something watching the show.
Guys, haven't you learned? I'm just good at everything.
I wake up, I piss excellence.
Well, Simon, thank you for joining us here tonight. Please, first of all, do you know how the show works? Actually, I can't. I can't
do it. Keep going. I love it.
Zach, just do it, man.
All right, we got 12 minutes to get through all this awesome stuff. Timer starts now. Sim, welcome to the show. We heard a great story before the show about how you got your IG handle. Can you please tell the world how you came upon Sim on Toast?
All right, I'm going to try to truncate this. So when I was in high school, I had a friend that used to call me Simeon all the time, and I like toasters. I actually have a toaster tattoo. I mentioned that earlier. And so I was a handle of Simeon Toast on everything. Simeon Toast. Well, I'll add to this to the story. I met another artist in my hometown named Simeon. So I was like, well, I can't use Simeon. But I was still kind of going with it. I made a logo of Simeon Toast on a piece of toast. I showed it to my friend. He said, that looks really great, but shouldn't there be a space between the Sim and the on? And I was like, damn, that's so much better than Simeon Toast. Thank you. I'm going to use that from now on. So,
and now we know. I've been wondering that for so long. It's like scratching an itch in my brain finally. Thank you.
And now you know the
Now
rest
you know.
of the story.
Who built the pyramids? Are we alone? What the hell is the Bermuda Triangle? And what is the story of the name?
there it is. There it is.
I'm going to sleep better tonight. Thank you. Simon, we want to get to know you a little bit better. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do besides toy photography.
Well, I am 36 years old. I am a Libra. I work as a videographer and photographer for a hospital here in Wichita Falls. I have about 10 or 11 years experience in graphic design. So I did that for a long time. And toy photography was kind of one of those things that I jumped into mainly because I would see like D Amazing's reviews. Because once you start really spending money on toys, you're like, I got to know if this is a piece of shit. And so I started doing toy photography because he did it. And I was like, yeah, it's just me and him. We're the only two people in the world that are doing this right now. But then, get on Instagram, get into the wide world of it and realize that it's very popular, but it's really great community to be a part of. So I've enjoyed it a lot. Yeah.
How long have you been doing it?
I would say I'm coming up on probably like 3 years, but the pandemic years are kind of fuzzy. So it could be 4. I don't know.
Wow,
man. Have you learned any new techniques that you use for work since you've picked up the hobby?
One thing that I kind of stayed away from, or that I try to stay away from now is I used to, and this is just me, I used to try to cram a lot of figures all in at the same time, make kind of like some kind of panel, like a comic book panel or something like that. But I don't really think that works for the medium unless you're cranking that f-stop up to get everything in focus. I think now it works in the opposite. If you get one thing in focus and everything else is bokeh out, then it's fine. But that's kind of where I'm going. I go more portrait now rather than trying to do a lot of action shots because I have never been successful at it.
And your body of work, my friend, is amazing. I got to say, I got to go back in time and see some of those early works because I know you said you've been doing it for 3, maybe 4 years. And I'm just kind of recently on to you within the past, 6 months or so. So I got my work cut out for me.
I'm afraid. Don't do it.
Oh, I'm gonna.
I heard that you also have a podcast. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, so I do a weekly podcast called the Wednesday Pool List. We review trades, trade reviews. So anytime a newer trade is coming out, we'll usually try to jump on that. But we like old ones too, just whatever tickles our fancy.
Very cool.
So,
Yeah, that's
Simon,
awesome.
what has tickled your fancy lately?
Oh man, man, I'm just gonna blank. I've read so many, and after work, I usually cannot use my brain, so I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. But I will say that among all the big names, I think Image is putting out the best independent work. They're putting out some really cool books. Some of them are just like one series, but Image has some great stuff. So if you go to our podcast, you can hear exactly what I think.
All right. Good to know.
Sounds good.
We're gonna do
And I
that.
guess the dog agrees with you.
Yeah, that means my wife is home. They love her.
Nice. Hey, let's jump into your picture that
Yes.
was selected for today by none other than Sully.
Hey,
Are you ready? Because here it comes.
Roof.
ooh. Yeah, that was a really fun one.
I thought it's absolutely stunning. Well, tell us about it.
Well, thanks. Yeah, so yeah, it was kind of a weird thing. I think it was around Christmas time. I'm pretty sure. I was just trying to. I really can't remember if it actually was or not,
Oh.
but I was like, how do I mix these figures? That was really the only Joker I have, but that one honestly got more traction than I thought it was going to. Like I thought it was okay, but yeah,
That's the
Mesco
Gaslight
featured it.
Joker.
Yeah, Mesco featured it on their Instagram, which was pretty
Nice.
cool.
That is awesome.
I think it may have been. I don't remember. It was like there was some Mesco Monday or fan feature thing that I was trying to be a part of. I didn't make that, but then they featured this on their Instagram, so that was pretty cool.
That is
Wow.
awesome. Wow.
Simon, quite the flex, my friend.
That's an exclusive club. That's an exclusive club.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but
all
they-
your pictures have. I think we talked about this a little bit in our exclusive turtle group, but your pictures definitely have this unique this unique lighting. Do you do anything special other than take the lighting and point them at stuff?
Honestly, not a lot. I do use like a wall mounted light, so I have it like over everything. I usually overexpose a little bit. I'll really crank down my shutter speed to get a lot of daylight type look to it. But no, I just try to point it in the right direction. That's really it. I don't know. Happy accidents, I guess.
I think it's a little more than happy accidents.
Now, did you make all like the presents and the TV screens, or
No, so that background is actually from Arkham Origins like special edition set. It had like a table with the Joker leaning over it. A lot of people have that. I was just lucky my friend just gave me one.
Nice.
Because they go for a lot.
I need new friends.
Hey,
No, like friends in real life.
yeah. Not you guys. The presents I think were like little decoration thing. No, the only thing I made 3D printed the crates, but other than that, that was about it on that. So, and I made those cardboard boxes. I was proud of myself for that.
Hey, I see them. I like them.
Those
about
things
the
in
lights?
the background.
Are those real lights, or did you?
No, those
Photoshop,
those are real. They're like those fairy lights or something. Yeah.
Simon, I'm wondering about your process of how you handle practical versus digital. How often do you go digital or use effects?
So I'm lazy, and I don't like to edit in a bunch of stuff. I really try my best to do everything practically. Use a TV for my backgrounds a lot because it's backlit. I don't have to light my background and my foreground, which is nice. I just got that, so that's been a good addition. It really helps out. Really, the most that I try to edit out are stands, but everything else, if I can't make it work, I mean, it's just not going to work. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to have Spider-Man swinging through the city because I don't have a thing to hang him from or whatever. So
right.
So when you light this, how much like post-production as far as settings and adjustments and stuff do you do, or you capture most of this in camera?
It depends. Sometimes I'll do my usual editing stuff. I'll up the contrast a little bit, maybe, this or that. But some of these things, I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna get rid of all that. This looks good as it is, so.
Excellent. All right, guys.
I was just gonna say, has he had sort of a aha moment? I guess maybe in your career or just taking toy photos?
I think one thing that it's just like really silly stuff. How I'll see like you guys, other toy photographers, I'll see how simple a great photo can be. And I'm like, why am I spending so much? I mean, I know that the thought process is in there and that's where the work is, but why am I like adding all this stuff when it really doesn't do anything for the photo? Right. So I really like seeing people's work and taking that into account and like what can be taken out of the photo to really focus on what it is.
I love hearing that. That's awesome. And it's time for the hot seat. All right, Simon. If you could travel to and set up a civilization on any planet, which one would it be?
Uranus, obviously.
I'm flattered.
That's a slam dunk, man. I'm sorry. Best things to put on toast.
Man, plain old butter, but good. Peanut butter is great because it kind of melts, right? That's my favorite. A little bit of honey on there.
A little honey. I was about to say a little bit of honey. Would you rather be, since you're in Texas, would you rather be bitten by a snake or a tarantula?
Tarantula, man. What kind of snake? Is it a venomous snake? Tarantula.
Yeah, we'll just do a rattlesnake.
Okay, tarantula.
Oh, just a rattlesnake. Okay, if you could have one fictional animal as a pet, which one would it be?
Do y'all read the Dark Tower series? Because there's this thing called
Oi?
Oi, yeah.
Awesome choice. I think we're best friends now.
Yeah.
Very, very, very nerdy. Very nerdy, guys. And I say this on a toy show. Favorite Texas celebrity from Texas, and why Beyonce? And can you introduce me to her?
Oh man, honestly not Beyonce, but I can't think of another one. Roy Orbison is my favorite celebrity from Texas.
I will pretend to know who the hell that is. All right. Cool.
Would you rather die in the blaze of glory or go quietly in the night?
Ugh, man, I guess blaze of glory. I don't know.
Blaze of glory is the right answer. Simon on toast. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so
we
much.
are out of here.